I don't have it in me anymore. I remember Mike Tyson in one of his last fights getting knocked out, and they interviewed him right after the fight, and he goes, I just don't have it in me anymore. He goes, yeah, I can still get in shape, I can still get in the ring, but I don't have the fight in me anymore. There's a certain level of energy and effort that you have to exert to push forward in life. And as you get older, it naturally goes down. Good to see you, Snow Panther. Love to you, brother. And, physically and mentally, it takes a lot out of you to uh, muster up that fight to push forward, to go out and make your way in life and do the different things you want to do. Good to see you living good. And I was reflecting on that because that's kind of how I'm feeling. And I was thinking about that. I said, Sam, I mean, if I was 3 years ago, I would be just zipping around doing different things, but I don't have it in me anymore. And even right now, like I'm getting ready either this week or next week to go back down to Florida, and the trip itself is almost a little bit weighing on my mind. And I said, man, I don't have the same fight in me, the same energy, the same hope and enthusiasm as I once did. Um, and it's just a life observation. I remember when I got to the end of my construction days, physically working with my hands and with my body, I remember saying, like, man, I just don't have this, I don't have it in me anymore. I could still do it. Again, I'm very young, I'm middle aged. So I'm not crying the blues. I'm not singing you some song that, like, I don't have it in me to do anything. I'm just trying to tell you. And this is where they get the midlife crisis, because you start to look at life a little bit different than how you looked at it when you were 20 and 30. 20, 30 in your teens, you're running around, you're making a ton of mistakes, man. You're getting beat up by life, and you don't really have any type of footing. But what you do have is a level of a bulletproof mind, a bulletproof soul. Good to see you, Kristen. Sade's got my favorite song. You say, Sam, what's your favorite song, Sade? Bulletproof song, Bulletproof Soul. That's the name of the song. But you're not bulletproof anymore. You realize that midlife, and especially in your older life, you realize you damn sure ain't bulletproof. You realize you're one slip away from going to the hospital. One slip away from going to a hospital, you end up in a hospital too long, you'll lose your job, you get too many bills, you'll go bankrupt. In America, medical bills, number one form of bankruptcy. So you realize you ain't no longer bulletproof. You just don't have it in you to just to fight the thought sometimes of things going that bad. And when you're older, really older, when you get into your 60s and above, one of your biggest fears is falling. You're dealing with my elderly mom. So part of it too is like, I'm done. I don't have it in me anymore. I'm thinking to myself, I said, Sam, I'm going to head back down to Florida. I'm going to be bouncing back and forth. The Thousand Trails Pass is going to help me a little bit. And I'm just venting a little bit too. I'm not venting, I'm sharing with this the mindset now of, traveling over 140,000 miles in the past 3 years. And this is why a lot of nomads are making videos talking about they are giving up van life or whatever. Because that, in addition to life, even though it adds adventure, it also adds a lot of energy. Now, I'm still excited about my lifestyle. But you get to a point midlife and where I'm at, I said, damn, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Am I putting my energy in the right places? That's why many times too, midlife, you start to separate yourself, you get divorced, or you start to separate yourself from friends, because you realize your energy is at a premium. And you realize, like, I can't waste my energy. I don't have it in me anymore for meaningless things, for things that don't have evident return. Because, we just don't have infinite energy. We don't have infinite time. And, I don't know if it's also to the psychological thing, seeing my mom, and, I'm going to be leaving her soon, going back down to Florida. She doesn't have it in her anymore to do certain things. And, it's an interesting part of life, watching other people get old, watching yourself get old, trying different things, experimenting with life, trying different businesses, trying different ventures, all takes a lot of energy. 20, 30-year-old, even into maybe your 40s, you'll try a lot of different ventures, business, personal. But then you say, I'm done. I just don't have a certain amount that I'm willing to go through the ups and downs and the fighting. Now, if you're backed in a corner, like God forbid you were diagnosed with a bad thing, you'll fight. Why? Because look, human nature is survival. Okay? Human nature is, selfishness to a certain point. And so there's another level of energy when you're faced with doing what you have to do because you have no other choice. But I'm talking about tonight, I'm done. You have a choice, but you kind of want to choose to allocate your energy in a different way. Again, Mike Tyson could still kept fighting, probably would have been good fights. But I never forget him saying it. He says, I'm done. I just don't have to fight anymore. I don't have the fight in me anymore. And he says, I haven't had that fight in me in the past several fights. I'm just doing it for the money. And I can understand that, and I respected his honesty. The older you get, you have to be cautious of how much relationships you form, because you're going to have to separate yourself from those relationships. And that takes a lot out of you. Okay. That's why I say I like to live a detached life. But, look, relationships have some value, connecting with some people. But I'm done resonates in my soul at different points in my life. Sometimes it hits me like a ton of bricks. Sometimes it's just a subtle reminder of humanity. And, sometimes I get really encouraged and I really have a lot of energy. So, you know what? I'm not done yet. I got a little bit more in me. In the movie Rocky, same thing. He wanted to go back from one of his last fights. And he was telling his friend, he goes, I still got something in me. I got something in me. I got to let it out. It's not finished. And then after the fight, after he got beat up, his friend asked him, is it all out of you now, Rock? He says, I'm done. I'm done, man. And then, then he just went on to be a coach or a trainer or whatever. I don't think, there's anything wrong with being done with something at a certain point. Whether you're a fighter, convenience store worker, corporate worker, we have to do certain things until we don't have, there's certain things we have to do. But the things we choose to do, that's the decision to make. Are you done or do you want to continue? The key to everything is just trying to get through the day. And trying to put, one day in front of the other, one step at a time. As you get older, that's really a mental challenge. It's a mental exercise. Okay. Because you are fighting the past. You don't want to replay bad stuff from the past. You also don't want to replay good stuff. You kind of just want to let your mind drift. And you don't want to focus too much on the future. Because it could be daunting. Okay. And it could be filled with anxiousness, anxiety. And Earhart says, I'm going to get to all live comments, guys. He would consider a Prius and 1,000 Trails camping pass. If you were going to live the nomad life, that's the most efficient. Most efficient. Damn it, 8833! Brother, man, love and respect you, man, but I wish I could put that back in your pocket, man, because I know you're going through your own thing right now, man. 8833. All I can tell you is thank you, brother, but please, man, I want you to take care of yourself, man, because I've been praying for you, man. I know you're going through it right now, but I appreciate you showing me love, and thank you. And, I'm thinking about you, brother. I'm thinking about you, so please, man, that was very generous of you, man. Thank you. Oh, shit. Thank you, 8833. Take care of yourself, man. Look, the Prius and the 1,000 Trails, I would say definitely, look, if you're going to live this nomadic life, the 1,000 Trails Pass is a must. And if you live in your car or van, you're going to have to register as a tent camper. Why? Because you need some type of stability. And it's worth it, for the cost effectiveness. They pass, not the membership. if you're going to be in areas in the country that have those campgrounds. Give yourself some buffer. But look, the road will beat you up, man. It's not a lie. It's a tricky thing, man. It's a tricky thing. It's a struggle right now for me to kind of disconnect myself and leave my mom and leave New Jersey. Not that I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for my mom. But it's just, it's exciting. I got to get on the road. When I get on the road and I get going, I get my juices flowing, I'll be fine. But, there is something to be said, depending on how long you want to do it. Now, if you hit the road because you have an idea of starting a business or trying some type of venture, and there's plenty of nomads that have documented, that's one of the reasons why. Most businesses fail. I know Archie just said he failed his certification test three times. It's a 5-hour strenuous test. When should I say I'm done? That's a good question. I failed my electrical exam 3 times before I passed. So I kept going. That's a tricky question. When do you say you're done? That's a great question, man. I don't know. There's no one answer. I can't say after 5 times. I can't say after 3 times. I can say that success is going from one failure to another without loss of enthusiasm. I agree with that quote. Every day I try not to lose my enthusiasm. I know it's an attractive quality, and I genuinely try to live it, because I try to, I have realized, I philosophized life, and I said, Sam, is it better to just acknowledge all the hardships of life, which there are some, but I have it better. I have it good. Look, I have my health. I have a lot of things going for me, but we all have our own burdens. Okay. So is it better to just kind of like wallow in the burdens of life, or is it better to stay hopeful and optimistic? And I've decided it's better to stay hopeful and optimistic, not because I don't acknowledge the real BS that we have to deal with in this world, but I don't want to make my life more miserable. And what I figured out is the more you soak in your own nastiness, even though it's valid nastiness, the worse you make your life. So I don't want to make my life worse. I don't want you guys to make your life worse. I want you to do whatever you want. I try not to control people. I'm not a manipulator. I'm sharing my thoughts. You guys should always, analyze my thoughts and then figure out what you want to do for you. But there is a certain amount of persistence and endurance that it takes. So would I take the test again? I would take it again, but I would keep working my job, whatever you're doing, whether it's a minimum wage job or a medium wage job, high wage job, whatever. Because you can still study for your test and take it. Now, I would also evaluate, if you get this certification, if you pass this test, here's the key, what is the residual return in the marketplace? Meaning, when I was studying for my electrical license exam, I figured, well, I'll take it the 4th time, because if I get it, I got more leverage to try to advance my career, and I could, start a business. I could do that side work. Damn it, Gerald. Thank you, guys. Gerald and 8833, man. He goes, Gerald says, love you, buddy. Keep giving the devil a black eye. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I took a couple hits, man. I mean, no one shares everything in their life. I try to share as much as I can. I mean, there's some stuff that you don't want to always share. But, you take your hits, man. And Rocky's had that saying. He goes, life ain't about how hard you hit, but how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Not easy. But thank you, Gerald. Appreciate that, man. But I would evaluate, if you take this test again, and this is for anyone taking any type of test, whether it's for a college degree, trades degree, any type of certification, a nursing certification. If you get the certifications are key, because they're more leverage in the workplace. You're in the workplace to make an income so that you can support yourself and, try to get ahead and live life more on your terms. Also, maybe it's something you just want to do because you're passionate about it. You have it in you to do it. But the only reason you should get a certification if it has a value in the marketplace that you can use it and it's something you want to use it for to better your life. Okay. So if getting this certification would get you over a 5-year period. If you get it in 6 months, and if you have a certain work experience in 5 years, you think that that certification can get you 20 grand more per year. Like if you're making 40 grand a year, and if you get this certification, if you work 5 more years in that industry with this certification and that work experience, you can get $60,000 a year, then I would say yes. Certifications have great value. They do. And the real value, because I've also analyzed college degrees, and they are a little bit of a scam, but I say that softly, because whether it's a college degree or a trade certification or nursing certification or whatever certification, there's definitely saying that, look, you have knowledge in this area, but what it's really saying is that you have the endurance to do something and to finish it out and to pass a test. There's endurance in finishing something and getting a certification, especially if you have to take it multiple times if it doesn't come easy to you. But there's also ignorance if you're spending 100 grand for a degree in psychology and your whole life's a disaster. Like I dated a couple girls, they were getting degrees in psychology and they were dating train wrecks. And they were in unhealthy relationships. And it's like, the scripture said, well, heal yourself. So look, psychology degree is good, but if you're a total nutcase, guys, go work at Walmart for a couple of years. I mean, I'm joking a little bit. I'm a little bit serious. So that's what I would say with certifications. They're valuable, but they have to have a return on investment. They have to be worth the level of energy in your time. And when you're younger, that's the time to do it, guys. Because let me tell you something right now. I look at my life and say, shit, Sam, I don't have the energy to do some of the things I used to do. And that's why when you do have the energy, when you do have the wherewithal, and you have that time window in life, you strike when the iron's hot. Okay. You strike when the iron's hot, because guys, you don't always have the same energy and enthusiasm in life. It's harder as you get older. Oh, Backwoods, you're back. Damn it, I'm not going to block you, man, because I appreciate anybody that has the tenacity to come back. And I think about yourself, and that's one of the things that I hurt me, man. And I don't want to, bring up anything in the past. All I can say is thank you for coming back. And I love you, brother. And you got endurance. I'll tell you that, man. Damn, you took that test multiple times. Thank you, man. Thank you, Backwoods. I apologize, too, if I hurt you in any way, because I recognize all the positivity that you shared, man. And I thank you. I thank you, man. There is light at the end of the tunnel. Give me some hope tonight, guys, because I was done. In my mind, I was shutting it down tonight. I mean, not shutting it down for good, but look, guys, you just say, man, do I have it in me to, travel 2,000 miles? And damn it, Kristen, $2.99, have a cup of coffee and catch your breath. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you, Kristen. Heart emoji. I'm thankful. Now, Kristen's got in the nursing industry, so, again, like some certifications there will help you. I had a family member that went for nursing school. She had some of it paid, and she meant well, but she failed the part of the exam where you have to, I guess there's a certain part of nursing, where you got to put needles in people and stuff like that. Because there's different parts of being an electrician, right? You could be a commercial electrician, a linesman working on the lines, the utility lines on the street, or you can be an inside residential electrician. For a nurse, you can be someone that gives you anesthesia. Damn it, Gerald, thank you. I have some cookies. Well, I'm going to have another Jolly Rancher in a minute. Thank you, man. I need a sugar rush. In nursing, you could be someone who administers blood tests, but you can also be a caretaker to the elderly. And the caretaker to the elderly, a lot of times they just need someone to listen to them and bathe them. Okay. So, I always tell you guys, look, when you're totally lost, just try to keep it moving, man. Try to keep a level of movement in your life. Because sometimes when I get in a rut, I don't get in one long because, the Lord has blessed me with a level of energy, but I feel the mental pain sometimes of pushing forward, of going on. And sometimes I feel like, God, I don't want to go on. But I say to myself, that ain't going to make it any better, Sam. And once you get going, it always does feel better. So the key is to just not, think about it too much. Just keep moving. And when you get beat up in life and when you get that black eye, Gypsy Heart, damn it, hey Sam, what's up, man? Thank you. Thank you, Gypsy Heart. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Gypsy Heart. Blessings to your heart emoji. Heart emoji. Intermission, I'm going to get you all. I'm going to read the live comments, guys. I'm just kind of freestyling my mind. There's some stuff I just wanted to share tonight. And I'm looking at my phone. I'll look at my laptop. I'll read each comment because I definitely want to address you guys. But when I do this, there's some things on my mind I just wanted to share. And then when I do it off my phone, there's those comments that pop up and then they fade. I can hold it and then they'll stay up, but I'm trying to get my thoughts out. But we'll go into all live comments, guys. I'll take a hydration break. And look, there's times in your life where you don't want to go on. What do I tell you? You don't always have it in you to keep doing it. And especially when it comes to specific jobs and specific dreams in your life. Every dream has a season, okay? And every part of your life has a season. You're not always going to have the energy, to do this or to do that. So when you can do it, do it. Because I'm not just talking about like I can't go on in life, like I don't want to deal with life. I'm talking about sometimes specific dreams, specific desires. If you're at a point where you feel like you could hit it. Because you're going to get hit. Even if you do good, you're going to get hit, okay? And it's not going to be all good. It's part of life, ups and downs. And I think, the majority of life, most businesses fail, most relationships fail. Most things in life are you getting hit on your ass. And that's why it's like an amazing thing to see a positive, encouraged person that's got a lot of energy. Why? Because like, shit, how's this person have energy? I'm getting beat up, man, every day. Jeb Bush, he lost the primary just because he had low energy. He seemed like a good guy, but he had no energy. And I don't know, man. Just try your best. All right, let's take a hydration break, guys. And thank you again for everyone, man. And Backwoods, I can't believe you're back. I'm very thankful. All right, guys. Click the thumbs up button while I get on the video here. I'll read each and every live comment. And I'm very appreciative again, very thankful. Don't take it for granted. Man, sometimes people give you encouragement. Sometimes you give up on humanity. I watched a couple episodes of Judge Judy today. I said I give up on humanity. But you guys restored my faith, at least for another 8 hours. Snow Panther, thank you again. Living good. Kristen, hey Sam, good evening. Good evening to you. Thank you again for the love, Kristen. Caveman, what's up, brother? Good evening, sir. Good evening to you, my friend. Good evening. Yep. Erhart, you gotta be your own doctor. To some extent, that's true. To some extent, that's very true. Because what you're gonna find out, doctors and nurses have wisdom. And I know you're not just talking physically, you're talking mentally, emotionally, in every way. That you're right. But what I've learned a couple times, like when I've been hurt physically, and I haven't been hurt much physically, but a couple times I got knocked on my ass. I remember like the nurse, I just saw her outside smoking cigarettes, eating Chipotle on her break. And then she had to give me advice about how to get my health together. And I said to myself, oh, shit. Her health is a disaster. But I listened. Why? Because I'm not going to get that catheter yanked out of me. Dar! Damn it, Dar. $4.99 to you guys. I appreciate that, Dar. Love and respect to West Coast. Strong tonight. But and it's no disrespect, because I understand. Like even today, like I felt a little down. And I felt like going to eat a whole gallon of Carvel chocolate chip mint ice cream. Why? Because look, sometimes you want food to just like alleviate the mental pain of life that you can't go on. But look, even if I gain weight, my weight fluctuates a little bit. I'll never go back to when I totally just let my body go. I have the in me to let my body go because I don't care what other people think, and I'm not trying to date anyone. But I would never let myself go to the point I did. Because it's just I was unmobile. And at this age, my knees and I wouldn't be able to do anything. So in that aspect, you have to be your own doctor to say, I'm not going to let myself go this much. So I agree with that. Caveman. Caveman says, my neighbor is trying to give up alcohol, cocaine, and not eating. He's 23. Well, I started to try to give up cigarettes. Cigarettes was the biggest drug that I was addicted to. I never did any hard drugs. All I did was cigarettes, alcohol, and some weed. Weed, even though I did feel addicted to weed, weed's not that bad. Alcohol, I was never addicted to that at all. I was just a casual drinker. Cigarettes, I was addicted to. That was a very much a struggle to quit. But cocaine, I have no experience with that. I have family members strung on heroin. But what I can tell you is this: what I would do, caveman, is I would just mind my business, and that's a journey he's got to walk. Pray for him. But when someone, it's tough to figure out, but they gotta get a support system around them. But you got to be very cautious how much you counsel your neighbor and how much you get involved, even if you have good intentions, because it can really, there's a lot of ups and downs when you're trying to beat heavy addictions, and there's no judgments. It's not about judging, because I really don't look at anyone, even if they're a full-blown addict to crack or whatever, or heroin or whatever. I really don't look down on people. But obviously, I have to take care of myself. And I know for me, there's only so much I can put myself in a certain environment where it's unhealthy for me. So, being around addicts in my life, whatever it be, casual drugs or serious drugs, for me, there's an energy that gets sucked out of my soul. Your dreams will get squashed hanging out around the wrong people. Like when I was watching Judge Judy today, that's what it was. It's like a bunch of bad people hanging together trying to convince Judge Judy that they were right. Judge Judy wasn't having that shit. But all I can tell you, man, is a prayer emoji for your neighbor, no judgment. But brother, there's a scripture that says if you can't take care of your own house, you can't be a leader. If you can't take care of your own household, you cannot be a leader to others. Our greatest calling for all of our lives is self-care and to be an example. To be an example of, not perfect, because no one's perfect, but just trying to be your best self. So that will keep you busy your entire life. So that's what I would say we all should focus on. Kristen, there's a woman in this group chat, caveman, just saying. What did he say? He said something crazy? I didn't see anything crazy. Did I say this? Oh, he said, gentlemen? Wow, what are we talking about? All right, caveman. I'm already gave up on women. Well, I'm not mad at you. And I'm not mad at women giving up on men, because I think Kristen said she don't need no man. And I think I say, you damn right you don't need no man. So, hey, guys, I'm not mad at you. Thanks for the attention seeking, though. He is literally a dude. That's why I said he. Well, yeah, look, you guys don't start fighting in the live chat, man. But I understand, but look, I got to be fair to both of you. Now, Kristen, you said you don't need no man. So if Caveman says, you're only addressing the guys, I'm not mad at either one of you. But I got to be fair. Like, I don't think Caveman's in the wrong. But I think maybe Kristen was just playing. I love you both. But, both of you guys are, stay positive. I feel like I'm an episode of Jersey Shore now. I feel like I'm Dina from the Jersey Shore. It's like JWoww is fighting, what was the other girl's name? JWoww's fighting the other girl's name that's trying to look like Kim Kardashian. They're throwing bottles at each other. I'm just trying to say, look, guys, I'm just, I don't want any problems. Earnhardt, I am really considering a Prius and 1,000 Trails Pass. Well, I think you should start with the car you have. If you have a reliable vehicle and you can fold your back seats down and you can put your front passenger seat all the way forward, I would not go buy a new car necessarily. You should do whatever you want, especially if it's below your means. But just remember, saving on gas, a Prius is anywhere from $25,000 to $35,000. So, you're not going to, you would have to own that car for 5 or 7 years before it makes a return on investment. So I would just start with the car you had. That's what I did, because this lifestyle for most people will not last more than 5 or 7 years. It won't even last 5 years. But so just be cautious of not over investing in the nomad life. See why I'm so high on the 1,000 Trails Pass, because it starts at $600 for the entire year, and you don't have to renew it next year. So if you get a Toyota Prius, you're going to be paying about $600 a month. Well, probably $500 a month. But so there's a risk reward. So if you get a new Prius, that's like $600 almost a month for 5 years versus the 1,000 Trails Pass, which is $600 for a year, and you can cancel it at any time. So that's how you have to evaluate that. But you should do whatever you want. I don't want to persuade you. 8833, man. Thank you again, brother. I'm praying for you, man. Stay as productive as you can. Stay positive and keep going for walks, brother. Thank you again for your generosity, man. Archie. Yeah, we talked about that. That was a good question about when do you fail. You fail a test. When should you keep taking it? You should keep taking it if it has a risk-reward ratio that's worth it, to a certain extent. So if you think you can get the certification and make a certain amount and you're close to possibly getting it, then I would say keep pushing forward. But if not, you may have to reevaluate. Kristen, what type of certification test, Archie? Daddy Geek! What's up, Daddy Geek? Thank you again, Daddy Geek, for last night. Daddy Geek, hey all. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope your foot's feeling better. Love you, Sam. Love and respect. Halloween emoji. Well, I was going to buy a Hello Kitty outfit at Walmart today and dress up. But, you know, I had a long day at work, and then I went to go see my mom. And I said, I don't have it in me. I'm done. I don't have it in me to go to Walmart and dress up and jump around. Even though I wanted to do it, I just didn't have it in me. Thank you, Daddy Geek. I hope you continue to heal. Art, I want to get a tech job in North Cali. Well, if you want to get a tech job, California is where it's at. It's where it's at. So whether it's San Francisco, Silicon Valley, even South California, definitely in Burbank and stuff. Look, if you're going to get a tech job, North California is the best place to look for it. So what I can tell you is that's wisdom. But that's why housing is so high, because, salaries tend to be higher if you can get one. 8833. Thank you, man, for always being here to talk. Thank you, brother. I'm doing the best I can. That's all any of us can do. Keep pushing. There you go. You're a true person. Thank you. And always have been helpful since I've been forced into this nomadic life. Thank you for honestly sharing, man. Lost my apartment 6 months ago. I never forget that. 8833. That's when I found your channel. I was in the woods in my car alone. You helped me a lot. Well, damn it. Wow, man. You know, those are the type of things. Thank you very much, 8833. I mean that. You know, I think about that, man. And I understand. And I appreciate you saying that, man. You know, I see a lot of things living on the road full time for about 3 years now. I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I felt it myself because I'm entrenched in it. This isn't like, a gimmick that I do like with editing as far as like, how I'm living. But all I can tell you is this, guys. We have to be thankful. We have to be cautious of the people that, are around us. But even when you don't have a lot, it sucks in some instance. But when you have a level of peace and when you stay productive, even if you don't have a lot, you can at least muster up enough to keep going. When you keep good people around you, when you at least have peace, like there's a scripture that says, it's better to eat a crumb alone in an alley than have feasting in a house filled with conflict. And I remember when I was young and there was a lot of conflict in our house coming up before my parents got divorced and then different times in my life. I don't like to be around arguing. Like even when I was with my mom, we don't argue, but we were watching TV and like there was some arguing, whether it was on Judge Judy or even in Jersey Shore. And like, a little bit of it is like a little bit funny, but after a while, it doesn't sit well with me to listen to like contention. I value my peace. So what I'm trying to tell you is, look, there's a lot to be said for even if you don't have a lot, if you have peace, if you have, overall positive people in your life, even if it's virtual friends, and that you can muster up enough strength to take care of yourself and try to stay productive and just keep moving. The worst thing you can do, I'm convinced, the worst thing you can do is just sit idle. Not because I don't say that, there's some things in life that makes you want to sit idle, but it's just going to make your life worse. So for your own self-interest, when you're totally lost in life, keep moving. Why? Because it's in your self-interest to keep moving. And as you move, even if you're totally lost and you don't know where you're going, try to have some direction, some focus. But as you keep movement and as you just keep doing what you need to do for your life, things will make a way for you. Love to 883 thank you. Gerald, love you, buddy. Keep giving the devil a black eye. I'm doing the best I can. I took a couple hits in no one's leaving this earth unscathed. I'll tell you that. You don't get in a boxing ring without getting hit. Not if you show up every day. And that's the battle, to show up every day knowing you're going to get hit at some point. But we got to keep doing it. Why? Because the alternative is if you don't show up, nothing good happens. So you got to, just show up, Archie. CPC medical coding. Okay. So some type of software coding. Okay. I have a few more X left in me. Yeah, if you got some more in you, I would keep going it, because in the medical field and in computer data gathering, so it sounds like, some type of data gathering for the medical field, and coding invoices or documenting medical records. That's a great industry. The healthcare industry and the technology industry, anything entrenched in them are worth, I don't know that certification, so I won't speak out of turn, but that's a hotbed. That's a gold mine industry right now. So, and if you have it in you, you have to evaluate all the things we talked about, but those are great industries. Kristen at Archie. That's crazy. I'm already certified in CAT scan. There we go. Our great industry. Good talk here. And X-ray. But I've been seriously considering taking the coding exam. All right, you guys know more about this than me, but that's why I like you guys sharing. Great career. I agree. It's a great industry. Healthcare and technology, those are the industries you want to be in today's era. Don't give up yet. I think that sounds promising. Kristen, thank you for sharing your experience. And Archie, I would tend to agree based on my limited knowledge, because that's in such a great career set. I would probably try a little bit more for it. John Suttles, brother, shout out to Boston, John. It's getting cold, man, up north. We're getting ready. After tonight, New Jersey, man, we're getting down to the 50s and 40s, man. So I know it's cold up there. Love to you, brother. Octopus emoji to you, brother, you and Snow Panther. And let's take a hydration break for everyone out there just trying to do the best they can, man. Benjamin and Erhard, damn it, guys, I'm rambling my ass off. I'm not seeing what's coming in. Benjamin, shout to Bakersville, California. Erhard, man, thank you for your continued love and positive comments. Guys, man, I'm going to get to all live comments, so forgive me. I know I'm a little slow tonight. Shout out to you, Margie, and everyone. I'm going to get to all live comments, so forgive me. But thank you very much, guys. Shelly, just pass it through and say, through Samuel Shelly. Thank you, man. Shout out to you and your dogs. How's everything going with you and your dogs? Are you okay? Man, I didn't even get to backwoods yet, man, because guys, thank you, man. Let me get to the comments. I don't want to sit here and start blushing, because they ain't going to do nothing for you. I want to be respectful of your time. North Backwoods. Backwoods was a guy. I just want to read his comment. Let me just read his comment. Hey, brother, please don't block me. It's Backwoods. I remember you, man. I admit that day I overacted. So did I a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. It was also on me a little bit about the whole Diesel topic. Well, I understand. I played my part in it too. I'm an honest person. That's when you blocked me. I remember the day. I think I did a live feed about it. I think I blasted you for about an hour because I was so pissed. But I overreacted a little bit too. I sincerely and truly apologize. Well, I have to apologize too, because I got a little upset too. It was both of us. We have to move forward now. It wasn't just you though. I don't want to try and we're going to move forward, brother. And I appreciate and respect the fact that he came back, because I don't want to hurt people and I don't want to lose people. So thank you, brother. Please unblock my other account. I gotta look for it, man. I got over like 3,000 people blocked. I can't find that because you gotta probably, I'll try to look, man, but you may have to come on in this profile, because in my YouTube creator studio, you have a section of everyone that you blocked, and you can't, I haven't figured, you can't filter it. I blocked over 3,000 people. So there's no way I'm going to find you in that graveyard, man. So I'll try, but what I would say is keep this profile, man, because I don't know if I can find that other one. I know you don't mean drama, brother. You've been a positive person, and we were probably both in a bad zone that day or that week. But I love you, I appreciate you, I respect you, and I thank you for coming back. Kristen, I love you. Catch your breath, heart emoji. Kristen, shout out to you, and I appreciate you adding. Love to you, Kristen. Backwoods. Backwoods says, I truly, now we're going to go forward now, brother. Thank you very much. We're going to go forward together. Gerald, I have some coffee, brother. Gerald, man, thank you again, brother. Love to you, man. Love to your dog in that avatar picture. And thank you for your positive love and support. Gypsy Heart. He said, Gypsy Heart. Thank you again. Keep pushing forward. Do the best you can. Love to you. Intermission, miss me. I got you. I'm a little bit late on live comments, but I got you, brother, and I appreciate you. Northwest, backwards. No, it's all love, man. I truly apologize. It's love. We're going to go forward. I'm not going to make anyone over apologize. I played my part. We're going forward. You know I'm a real talk person. I got you. I seriously ditched those weed smoking friends. Well, yeah, I think that's wisdom. Positive people around you. Because you're a hard worker. You're a good person. And, whatever. Everyone has disagreements. But I'm glad that you don't have anyone negative around you. I always want you to do whatever you want because I don't want to control you. But I want the best for people. So I'm glad that you got positive people. If you can't find anyone positive, there's a season of your life you have to walk alone, and then you'll find new friends and you'll be better off for it. Quit weed for good. Now, I know some people testify that weed helps them, and I don't judge them because we're all different. But for me, weed only make me lazy and hungry. So I agree with that. I'm going to go back to Alaska. Well, brother, you did great in Alaska. You were a fisherman. You made good money. And you seem to like it, and you like the Northwest. So thrive in the environment that you go to the environment you thrive in. Like the one person wants to go to be in a tech industry, they're going to go to Northern California. That's wisdom. So if you know that you thrive in the Northwest and you like fishing, Alaska's where it's at. Love to you, brother. Dar, shout out to the West Coast. I almost put on a Hello Kitty today. Good to see my psychopath Sam. What up with the title making me sad? Well, I feel sad sometimes. Sometimes I don't want to go on. I experience failure. I get hit by life. I have to deal with the emotions of life, with the realities of life. Guys, I'm still human. I mean, but I'm very thankful. I have a lot to be thankful for. I don't take my blessings for granted. So, and I realize that, all I can do is push forward. And I want to be thankful. So, but I want to share with you guys, honestly, how I feel. I try to keep it overall positive and going forward. I try not to ever, scream some sad luck story because it's not that. But I want to be honest with my emotions. So that's just what, the live feed was about. Backwards. Then going flatbed trucking. I'm not mad at you because they worked the hardest. I'm not mad at you, brother. You keep doing you. Never forget it. Dennis, what's up, man? I meant not all states allow limited certification unless you pass their test. Okay. Oh, I missed the first comment he said. He goes, at Kristen, I'm guessing you're already licensed for X-ray nationally. The big problem with X-ray certification is that one state doesn't recognize certification. It is limited. Was my career. Oh, I didn't know that. This is great information. I meant not all states are, only limited states honor the certification. Well, only New Jersey honored the master's electrician license that I got. So I can only do business in New Jersey. I can't carry that to Florida. But it still was wisdom and it helped my career to get my electrical license, even though the license itself is only honored in New Jersey. So what I could tell you is even if the certification is only honored in certain states, it's still wisdom to get. And even if eventually you take in another state, it's still wisdom to start now and refine as you go. Good comment, Dennis. Dar, thank you again, Dar. Love to you. Gerald, thank you also again, man, guys. Appreciate it. Dar, have a cup of coffee for me. Thank you much. Thank you, Dar. Gypsy Heart, intermission, what's up? Intermission, hello? Intermission, how you been, Gypsy? Backwoods, no disrespect, brother. We're going to go forward. Gypsy Heart, at intermission, chilling like a villain. I didn't get a little villain guy. Kristen, at Dennis, yes, I'm certified in New York and have license in multiple states. It's just a matter of filling out applications and paying state fees. Guys, good conversation here. Good job. Dar, hey, that. Dar, hey, Daddy Geek. Oh, okay. You feeling better? Yes, pray for Daddy Geek. Heal up. Get out of that bed. And to everyone, Daddy Geek, we love you. We're praying for your health. Lila. Hey, Lila. My friend, previous cancer. Those people fight. That's true. And do worse, but still pray for family. Lila, good comment. We missed you. We've been thinking about you. Prayers to you and your friend. Love to you. Thank you for the comment. Dar, I love you, Sam. I love you too. And I'm happy to find your channel. Thank you. You're making me happy and learning so much. Thank you. But we'll never go out with you. All right, that's okay. But love you so much. Well, I love you too. Thank you. Dennis, that's cool, Kristen. It's very hard work. I agree. 8833, I need a woman a lot. Well, brother, masturbate. Watch free porn because you can get any type of woman you want for free. And after you masturbate, I'm telling you, you're going to have a different mindset. So respect women, honor women. But if you haven't masturbated in 3 days, you're going to go psychopath because you're backed up. You're making all this stuff in the factory, but you're not selling anything. Your inventory's backed up. You got to release some of that inventory, man. You got to masturbate. Okay? So there's a saying that you should never go more than 3 days without going to the gym. Okay? So you should also never go more than 3 days without masturbating. Why? Because you're not going to be thinking rational. Love to you, brother. Dennis laughing at Dar. Dennis, she's laughing too. Peace emoji. Dar, happy Halloween to all the psychopaths. Benjamin, shout out to Bakersville, California, and all the good jobs out there, brother. Love to you, man. Thank you. Thank you very much for that love, man. Kristen, sorry, Sam. I didn't mean to get all wow. I know it's all love. Have a good night, Nomads. We love you, Kristen. Good comments. Gerald is on fire right now. Earthheart, thank you again, Earthheart, man. Appreciate it. Gypsy Heart, Sammy, you mean a lot to us, guys. It's a two-way street. You guys mean something to me too. You encourage me. Look, this is a creative passion. There's been times I wanted to give up. I'm glad I didn't give up. But it's a two-way mirror. So it's not just that I'm giving, I'm receiving as well. And I'm appreciative. So look, guys, especially for a small channel, like, the amount of love that I get on live chats, it's a blessing. So it's a two-way street. Sammy, you mean a lot to us. We can be anywhere right now. I appreciate this. But we're here with you. It's amazing. It really is. I do like technology. I hope you meet up someday. You never know, guys. I mean, it can happen. It can happen. Thank you very much. Dennis, you dressing up would have floored the chat room. I know it would have got me more views, but I just didn't have it in me, man. Who says it wouldn't be a great on another day? That's a good point. When I have the energy on another day, I may do it. But you only have so much energy, right? So I got my full-time job. I was going to see my mom. When you do only one thing, then you got more energy. But there may come a day where I go buy a Halloween costume and just surprise you guys. That's true. Margie, hello from South Georgia. Well, that's close to Florida. You're on the borderline. Love to you. Shelly, good to see you. Praying for you and your dogs, and thank you for not giving up on me. I love you. Thank you for the generosity. Margie. Wow. Just your welcome and acknowledging me being here is a real encouragement. Well, same here. It's a two-way street. Thank you. I have worked for a year while recovering from a serious heart issue. Guys, we have a lot to be thankful for to fulfill my nomad dream. That's humbling just reading that. I appreciate you sharing that, Margie. Thank you. Lila, Christmas light show display. You do a good job with that. 5 years. There's good ones down in Florida when it comes Christmas time. I like that. Keep going. 2019, 2020. I like your enthusiasm. Competition Christmas lights. Good job. Display best contest on YouTube competition. I'm not mad at you, Lila. Christmas light emoji to you. Woo. Sam. I thought you were going to be a Brazilian cross-dresser stripper tonight. I thought I was too. But I just didn't have it in me, brother. I was going to come in maybe even with a G-string on. Why? But the reality was I didn't have the energy, man. So, brother, after a long day, and after, going through a couple things, it's just like, I'm done. But thank God that I at least showed up. I brought my mangled ass. At least I showed up. Love to you, brother. Tom, what's up, man? Tom's Auto Repair. Buy your generators on Amazon. Yeah, well, definitely if you live in California. If you're moving to California, that's true. Stay positive. It's a nightmare here. I'm praying for everyone in California. It is, man. The more and more I hear about that on the news. Thank you for sharing, and love emoji to all my people out there in California dealing with the wildfires and the power shutting off. But what I can tell you is this: hang in there, okay? Because just like Florida with hurricane season, it's a disaster, but it passes. Just like New Jersey with the snowstorms, it's a disaster, but there's good jobs here. So hang in there, Dar. Me too. I did say that too when my mom passed away last year. Thank you for sharing. Love to you, Dar. I almost 1 year depressed. Thank you for sharing this, Dar. I thought wasn't going to make it, but I can't be selfish. Now I'm doing the best and staying positive. Damn it, Dar. I hope you're still in here. Heart emoji to you and love to you. 8833. I'm so sorry, Dar. I agree with this. Your heart and my prayers for your mother. Amen. Good comment, 8833. Sailing John, what's up, brother? It's hard sometimes. Well, you know this. The Sailing John lost his wife to cancer, man. Sailing John says, good evening, Sam. It's hard sometimes. Yeah, you know what it is. But you know, yep, we're going to go forward. That's what we got to do. Good job, John. Let's go, your palm trees. Thank you, man. It's here. Yeah, it's warm here. Good job, John. That's good to see you, brother. We got to go forward, man. Dar. Thank you, 8833. A good job. Jay Bird. Still loving you, Sam. I appreciate that. Thank you, Jay Bird, for staying with me. Backwoods. I appreciate all the kind words, Sam. It's all love, man. I'll pretty much be quiet. Now just do your thing. I would never want to, look, if we can't vibe, then it's better you being yourself. Because if I truly love you, I don't want to tell you like to sit in a corner and be someone else. So Backwoods, what I want to tell you is be yourself. And if we get into another argument again, and if we don't want to be friends, I still rather us not being friends. I still rather you be yourself. Because I want to be a real friend. If I'm a real friend, I don't tell you to come into my life and change. Now, I have certain things that so obviously we're going to try to respect each other's boundaries because you got your own way of thinking, I got my own way. But that's not a bad thing. But if we can we'll see. But I don't want you to change. And I don't want anyone to change because I don't want anyone to ask me to change. You're not hurting me. You're just being you. So you be you, brother. And if we get in an argument and we get divorced again, it happens. I'm not mad at you. Like, I wasn't even mad at you when I blocked you, but I just venting. And I still wish the best for you. I still pray for you. I didn't wish anything bad happened to you. Now, I didn't like have a dream that I was waking up tasering you. Because let me tell you something, I'll taser a psychopath. But I didn't think about tasering you. I said, well, I hope everything works out for him. And I hope I did hope that your friends didn't lead you astray. But again, I believe in you and I want you to be yourself. Even if you don't agree with me, I want you to do you. So love to you, confidence to you, and peace to you. Good job. Killers Christina. Hey, Killers Christina, thank you for all the love. Hey, Sam, if you ever visit California, I got a lot of love out there. You will love the road on Malibu Beach. That sounds like I love that. So awesome, everyone in their RVs. By 8, I felt alone. Gone with the Wind. Well, that sounds exciting to me. Yeah, if I come to California, I'm definitely checking out Malibu. Christina, thank you again for all love. Shout out to California. 8833. Never give up. That's a challenging thing, but you're right. Like my favorite line in The Dark Knight, when the Joker is standing in the street, hit me. Well, damn. Damn. I didn't know that part. Benjamin, thanks for the advice. Very helpful. Benjamin, love to you. Dar, I know I'm also a candidate, but I will never going to open me. If they fix my breast cancer. I can understand that. I've thought about that often. Now, again, everyone should do whatever they want. But, if you're struggling with something, I don't know how many operations or how much treatment you want to get because there's no guarantee. Like I dated a girl, she got ovarian cancer. She went through all the treatments. She was 5 years clean and they deemed her a survivor. And then on the 7th year came back and she died. There's no exact science to it. But look, if you're suffering, you don't want to suffer. But if you're not suffering, I'm not going to say that I would go through a bunch of treatment. I don't have the answers there, but I totally understand what you're saying. And yeah, just live with cancer. I can understand that. Because once they open you up, this is what my mom always said that. My mom lost her mom to cancer. She said, Sam, once they opened my mom up, the cancer spread and she was never the same. And she spent the last 2 years of her life bedridden in the hospital. So I could totally understand what you're saying, Dar. Thank you for sharing that, Dar. Thank you, Dar. I will live my life happy. I'm with you on this one. Dar, it's a good comment. Having self-care every day, but we'll never go to no doctors. I tend to be on the same page. There's some exceptions if we're really suffering, but I hear you. Okay, man. With California, for those patriots, something has to give. This is why we predator as well. Oh, prep. Oh, yeah, the preppers. Yeah, look, guys, it's good to be prepared. It's good to, be able to survive. But yeah, when society, like me as a nomad, I can survive because I do rely on a lot of public resources, like the gym. I mean, I'm a paying member at the gym, but it's a public resource. Like Starbucks, I buy coffee. I'm a paying customer, a paying patron, but I rely on Starbucks for internet, for electrical outlets, for heating and air conditioning when I go sit there during the day and work. So without those public resources, if example, like, when I lived in New Jersey and there was Hurricane Sandy and we lost power for 7 days, if the entire society doesn't have power, now you can have a generator and stuff, but eventually you need gas. So if you go to the gas station and there's no power, the pumps can't pump the gas, eventually everyone's affected. But it is wisdom to be as prepared as possible without living in fear. Zachary, what's up, man? Really appreciate your videos. Thank you for appreciating me. And this streams to us all. I'm sorry, let me read it slowly. I really appreciate your videos and streams to keep us all trying to be positive. That's a full-time job. Good job, man. And moving forward as best we can. Hard for us at times. I hear that. Nobody's good every day. You damn right. This is a good comment. Even if they act like it. Damn it. Zachary 100 emoji. I totally agree with that, man. Great comment. Backwoods. No disrespect, brother. Now we're good, man. I'm not here to cause drama. I'm good, man. We're good, brother. You know I'm always positive. I got you, man. We're going to keep pushing forward. Dar, we all have cancer. Yeah, cancer is basically a deformed cell in your body. But once they open or fix you, everything basically gets messed up. It deteriorates. I agree with this to some extent. And become bedbound. Yeah, that's the worst. I'm so sorry. I will never go to any doctor. I totally understand. And meds, yeah, try to avoid them if you can. Just be positive and live happy as best you can. As long as you're not in physical agony, I would tend to agree with that. Backwoods, thank you, Sam. You got it. Dar, I'm not suffering at all. I hear that. They haven't diagnosed me yet. I'm with you. Once they open you up, yep, you're going to die, as I've seen, with a lot of your patients. She's in the healthcare industry too. So never, ever going to any doctors. Dar, I understand you're spitting a lot of facts, in my opinion. I'm not saying this applies in all situations, but I hear you. Caveman, for this reason, we want our country to succeed. I agree with you. Look, I want every country to succeed. I don't wish bad upon people or countries, but I'm with you guys. We're all in the same boat. Rich, poor, whatever walk of life. I understand we're all never going to be united, and we don't want to be. Sometimes we're too different to be in the same room with each other. But the vast majority of people, there's always going to be a 10% of psychopaths that just want anarchy. But the 90%, the 80 to 90% of just decent people in society should, at some extent, even if they're not best friends, should at some extent unite and say, we want the common good for the common people. We want common good. And that's it. We don't have to be best friends, but we should want common good for society. I agree. Mr. JD, are you still doing DoorDash? No, I haven't done it in about 8 months. I only did it as a month, but I was kind of burning myself out because I got a full-time job. I do YouTube, and then doing that was burning me out. But when I go back to Florida, I did enjoy doing it. I may do it again. I've been debating that. I don't know. I looked at it in New Jersey. I could DoorDash in New Jersey because it allows you to change locations. But I've been trying to spend time with my mom. That's been taking priority after work. 8833. Dar, what do you... And I want to see how their new pay model is. I've heard contradictory reports. Has anybody done their new pay model? 8833. Dar, feel is best in your heart. I agree with that. I always want to be positive. Yep. I lost my grandpa to life cancer and was my best friend. Damn it, 8833. Thank you for sharing, brother. I appreciate you, man. Caveman. Like a beautiful community, to a certain extent. We should be working together. I agree. To make it work. I agree. But what happens when it doesn't work? Like electricity. We all community and our own resources. Look, guys, society is a bunch of individuals, but we collectively band together because we're stronger together. We don't have to be best friends. We don't have to agree with it on everything, but we can't let the 10% of people that just want anarchy run the world. We have to remember that we're all in this together. Good job. 833, liver cancer. Good job. Dar, Thanks. I'm always staying happy. I appreciate that about you. And positive. I respect that at 8833. Thank you, Sam. 8833. My grandpa said that's enough. Yeah, I can understand that after his diagnosis. He held my hand, love to you, brother, and said it was okay. Powerful. And couldn't face to see him. I can understand that, man, in the hospital. But he kissed my grandmother right before he passed. Love to you, man. Rest in peace, man. That's all I can say, brother. Love to you, man. Dar, thanks for sharing. Sorry to hear that, guys. Love, man. All right, guys and girls and everyone, I appreciate very much, and I want everyone to thank you. I know it's hard for all of us to push forward in life. Everyone has their own burdens. Doesn't matter what walk of life. Try to stay positive. Try to keep pushing forward one day at a time. Thank you.